50 seconds remaining in the Andreas Janssen penalty. There's Callie Rosen with the puck. Rosen will flip it to the line, but not it. Kept in by Jules.
What's going on, guys? Just watching the Leafs vs. Habs preseason game. Of course, I obviously will live stream what I can actually have access to. Once we go to the season, I'll have all the games across, so we'll be doing a lot more live streams for different games across, but the Habs are at 1-0 in this preseason game. It's like the NHL rosters actually playing against each other. Wednesday night was more of an AHL young guns kind of proving what they're worth. Tonight, that's the situation for the Habs. They got Kotkaniemi, they got Thomas Tatar, who just actually scored the goal, who's obviously trying to prove himself into this top 6 in Montreal. And for the Leafs, it's you can see a lot of Tavares on the penalty kill power play tonight. The Kadri lines out there, a lot of what you'll see in the regular season is here tonight for both teams. It's actually the first time that Matthews and Tavares will be playing together on the same ice, so it's pretty cool to watch this game, of course. And Freddie Anderson and Carey Price are in the net, so pretty good duo there. But guys, get in the live chat whenever you join. Just let's chat hockey. So 15-17 left in the first period, 1-0 Montreal. So I was a couple minutes late to the game, but just doing this, of course. Shots are 5-0 for Montreal. So I'll be back and forth a little bit. Sometimes I'll put like an image up, still do the play-by-play, but join, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, and the live sub count will go up. I'll also keep track on my phone.
Oshigata turns it back. Kadri awaits, bumping it along the boards there, and sure back off the boards, kept in by Gardner. Here's a chance in front. Carey Price, first stop is a good one.
So Price gets stopped by Kadri, good stop by Carey Price.
Canadiens turn the puck over, and Connor Brown's going to be 15 to 18.
Let me know what you guys think about the game, with the preseason so far. I'm gonna charge my phone.
Calmly as always makes the stop. We talk about Anderson needing to get off to a good start.
So face off Tavares, the offensive end, to Marner, to Ron Hainsey with the shot, blocked at the half boards. Marner trying to win it with Zach Hyman, but loses it. It goes to the Hainsey dumps it in. Carey Price stops it before it goes behind the net. Riley tries to get there. Marner recovers it into the neutral zone. But who came onto the ice? But loses it. Goes to the Hainsey dumps it in. Carey Price stops it. I don't know why that's doing that. All right, but Riley gets the puck in the neutral zone, loses it to Deneau. Deneau with the puck behind the net. Almost with an opportunity there, but Freddie Anderson doesn't have to do with much. So that's actually Trevor Moore. Sorry, I was trying to see who was on this top line with Tavares here. So basically, they're slotting in Ennis with Matthews, and they're trying to slot in either Trevor Moore or Hyman, probably. Moore is actually the extra forward, technically, but he'll be slotting in all 4 lines. Jonathan Drouin, with the long hair now, stopped on his way to the net from Mozganov. Tyler Ennis loses the puck. Drouin again, but nothing from there. Matthews. Wow, this is really sloppy hockey right now. Drouin in front, stopped by Freddie Anderson, and it goes over the glass. Wow, what a play by Montreal. I have to reopen the tab, but it's going to commercial break, guys.
Nissan Micro Cup travel to CTMP on August 24th to the 26th for the penultimate round of the season, a weekend where history was made. A race won a special moment as Valerie DeMose became the first female driver to claim a win in the Nissan Micro Cup. Race 2 was the 50th race in Micro Cup history. Lakefield, Ontario's Jake Exton started from pole and won his first race of 2000.
Alright guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to check the live chat in a sec.
To ever win a Micro Cup race. To learn more about the Nissan Micro Cup, visit microcup.com.
Isabel's in the chat. Alright, I'm just going to figure this out while we're on commercial.
Favorite ribs, carefully prepared in-house, braised to perfection, grilled over an open flame, then smothered in barbecue sauce, starting at $14.99. Any day, anyway. Your ribs are ready at Swish LA.
A Grand Marnier.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. With 12:36 left in the first period, Montreal up 1-0, of course. Shots are about, I'll double check, but shots are about 7-2 for Montreal, 8-2. So Kadri with the puck in the neutral zone. Recycles back. Hainsey and Riley on the points for the Leafs right now. Riley with a really nice pass to Kadri, but it gets intercepted. Hainsey dumps it in deep. Kadri, Levo, and Connor Brown on for the Leafs right now. For the Habs on defense is Schlemko and Jordy Ben. So Jordy Ben with the puck. Outlet pass to De La Rose. De La Rose puts it in deep. Marner on a break here. Carey Price comes out. Marner with an empty net. Misses the empty net. So Ozganov puts it in deep. Tavares. Marner now has the puck. Across to Tavares. Intercepted. Carey Price is trying to find it. Tavares loses the puck. Possible hook there. Now Trevor Moore, a little hold there. A couple of missed calls from both teams. Anderson behind the net to Ozganov. Ozganov and Rosen on right now for the Leafs. Ozganov out to Tyler Ennis. Tyler Ennis with what a move across to Matthews. Misses the puck. Matthews gets tied up a little bit there. Puck goes by him and Carey Price doesn't have to see a shot. Gardner and Zaitsev now on for the Leafs. Gallagher applying pressure. Now it's a race to the puck. Marleau gets hit. Now Montreal with the counterattack. Tatar, and it goes offside. Deneau can't keep his foot on that line, and it does go offside. Get in the live chat, guys. Of course, I want to talk to you. Hit that subscribe button. The live sub count it's always nice to see that go up. But Tyler Ennis, what a freaking move through the skates. But then Marner had the break. Carey Price actually comes way out of his net, like at the hash marks, at one of the face-off circles. But Marner can't get into the net. Obviously, he's looking at the replay, shakes his head. But Marner did lead the Leafs with points, 69. Go watch my fantasy video, guys. Actually, Marner's talked about decent amount. It's just a short 5-minute fantasy video, but we'll release more stuff, of course. But yeah, keep guys getting to the. Mitch was so close. Yeah, Isabel, that was pretty close. But there's 8 of you guys in the video right now. Please get in the live chat. Of course, we'll keep getting more people in, and the channel will keep growing, of course. But hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Really appreciate it. Kapanen, Janssen, and Par Lindholm on now for the Leafs. Lehkonen, Drouin, and Kotkaniemi on for Montreal. Kotkaniemi goes for a change. Drouin tries to put it in deep while his teammates go for the change. Riley out to Kadri. What a bad play. Plekanec, former Leaf, former Leaf, now a Hab again. Drouin at the half boards. To the point. Anderson can't see a thing, but does get a piece of it. Hainsey in the corner now. Paul Byron tries to get in there, but Riley steals the puck. Kadri tries to put it off the boards, but it does go out of play. So commercial break coming again. Seems like way too many commercial breaks all the time, but Isabel, I like Trevor Moore. I do. I will say he's probably not going to make the team out of training camp. I know he's like here tonight, and so is Freddie the Goat. But I'd say the only spot right now that's actually up for grabs is Par Lindholm's played really well, but I'd say maybe Andreas Janssen. I don't think Andreas Janssen, the way he's played, has that fourth line spot locked up anymore. So say Tyler Ennis, say Nylander comes back, Tyler Ennis maybe even goes in that fourth line. We still probably would have a space for an extra forward because maybe we have 2 extra D, or maybe the other possibility is maybe we carry 3 goalies because at the end of the day, if we don't make a decision, if the Leafs don't make a decision on Sparks versus McElhinney, then it's going to be a situation where they're not going to want to send one of them down through waivers and lose them for nothing. So either a trade's going to come, or they just carry them until one of the backup guys win the job for the rest of the year. You'll always see bad decisions made like that at the start of the season. I think the Leafs might want to be patient with this one. Remember Jonas Enroth when he made it out of training camp and they tried him out for a couple games and that was a complete fail and they just lost 2 points like on 2 or 3 occasions because they just kind of rushed the decision. I think it's the same thing here. They don't really want to rush the decision. Obviously, Garrett Sparks had a really bad game against Montreal, allowing the 5 goals. But you can't really just make a decision off of that. Obviously, right now, probably the edge is to McElhinney because he's been consistent and he hasn't really had a bad game. But Garrett Sparks was the best goalie in the AHL last year, and he's only, 25? So you got to give the guy a chance. The game's back on. Well, not quite yet, but at least the broadcast is back on. So any new people, please hit the subscribe button. I want to see the live still count go up at least a couple times. I'll always say that. But, okay, so face off at the center. Tavares loses the draw to Plekanec. So Rosen puts it in deep, but the Leafs can't seem to get it. But Ozganov now cycling back into his own zone, out to Tavares, who puts it off the boards to Marner. Marner can't get control of it, and Paul Byron recycles with the Canadiens. David Schlemko puts it in deep. Plekanec getting in there. Schlemko loses it. Jordy Ben tries to hack at Marner there, and Marner puts it out of play. Seriously, guys, get in the live chat. Anything. Question, comment. Yeah, Isabel, a lot of giveaways by the Leafs so far, for sure.
Zach Hyman will be sitting in the middle of those 2 guys when he gets back from his injury. It's an opportunity for Moore to play there tonight, who's had a camp that Mike Babcock has noted and liked.
And you're right, probably not on that line, but you wonder if Trevor Moore could find a way to...
Now, I will say, whoever's here, but just to, a quick shout out, Isabella, I've seen you a lot of times lately, and we're definitely going to decide on our mods soon enough, so you're definitely, on my list for who I think could definitely be a mod. So, yeah, keep sticking around. I wish other people, we have, 8 live viewers right now. I wish other people would keep going to the live chat. It's really, just a conversation with fans and just talking hockey. But the Leafs do go off the crossbar. I believe that was Tyler Ennis with the shot. Ennis probably getting a really great opportunity here with Matthews and Marleau in the preseason so far. Obviously, with William Nylander, I'm probably going to either talk about it again and again and again, or I might just make a video, honestly, for it. I mean, I feel like a lot of people have made videos about it, and I thought Nylander would honestly have signed by now. So it's still a huge conversation, just in general, actually, around the NHL, because he's only one of 3 significant RFAs left that haven't signed. So we'll see what happens with Nylander. I really hope he does sign before the season. He should have signed by now to get some reps in the preseason, but... So yeah, it was Jake. I guess it was Gardner that hit the post. I wasn't even looking. So Matthews gets kicked out of the draw. Marleau loses the draw. Habs struggling behind the net, but Ennis can't get to it. Brendan Gallagher, one of the more underrated sneaky players there, gets the pass in front, stopped by Anderson. What a 1-2 play by Philip Deneau and Brendan Gallagher. But Gallagher can't finish it. He does get tied up pretty well by the defenseman. I believe that was Gardner, actually. It's Gardner or Zaitsev who made the really good play. Shots are 9-3 for the Canadiens. Jeff Petrie with a howitzer from the point, but misses the net. Habs player tries to put it off the back of Freddie Anderson. The Leafs go for a change finally as it goes into the neutral zone. Chaput loses the puck. But Matthews with a giveaway there. He's going to try to go for a change, get Par Lindholm on the ice in between Kapanen and Janssen. Kapanen loses the puck. A lot of giveaways for the Leafs so far, but Kapanen now with the counterattack 3-on-2. Janssen back to Kapanen, looks in front of Riley, but Riley gets tied up. Now the Habs are going to look for an opportunity here. Sherback tries to put it in deep, but the Leafs get back in time. And it's going to be possession again for the Leafs. Riley up to Janssen who tips it. What a play! 2-on-1. Kapanen and Kapanen! Oh my god, puts it up high. What was that? Kapanen, man. So Rosen and Ozganov back on the ice. Breakup pass to Connor Brown. Connor Brown puts it in deep. The Brown, Kadri, Levo lines back on. Facing off against the Schlemko, Jordy Ben line again. And the top line for the Habs are back on. Drouin, Kotkaniemi, and Lehkonen. So Connor Brown at the half boards. Puts it through the neutral zone. Josh Levo applying pressure. Almost steals it is Kadri. Kotkaniemi to Drouin with a little speed. Rosen catches up to him. Kotkaniemi with a great pass to the point to Victor Mete. Looked like he was going to shoot there, but just puts it to Drouin, who loses it. Kind of a waste of a play there from Drouin. The Leafs send it down, but no icing as it goes on net to Carey Price. Who plays it out to Juleson, to Mete. Mete puts it through the neutral zone. Habs obviously made a change. Plekanec is now on the ice. Tavares' line as well. Tavares and Plekanec, I feel like they've already been matching at the lines. Claude Julien obviously has gotten the shutdown of Plekanec, Paul Byron out every time the Tavares line comes out. And every time it's that third line, I feel like Julian's probably looking at the Kadri, Levo, Brown line is kind of weak. Because every time the Leafs have them out, I swear that Kotkaniemi, Drouin comes out right away. And they've been getting some opportunities. And then I've seen a lot of matchups of Deneau and Gallagher versus the Matthews line. But we'll see what happens, honestly. I think, especially with the Leafs, they can be really creative. I will say maybe there's a concern, maybe if Kadri doesn't really have a good guy beside him. I mean, Connor Brown did have 20 goals in his rookie year, and he's really good, strong defensively. And Josh Levo has played in actually every game he's played well. But he hasn't played a lot. That's the only problem. So, I mean, will those two guys support Kadri enough? All I can say is the top two lines look really stacked right now. So Freddie Anderson has to scoop that up in midair. The fourth line was out for Montreal and actually did pretty well for pressure-wise, but it does go to commercial, 1-0 Habs. Shots are definitely in the Habs' favor. I would say, like, I'm going to take a wild guess, 12-5.
Maybe not. Maybe you could trust that during your fantasy draft, the computer won't auto-draft a kick.
Yeah, but very sloppy first so far.
Or you could just trust Duracell.
Well, what's going on, guys?
It's a brand
Live chat's dead.
Not machines. It's seductive Italian style built for experiences, not showrooms. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, Motor Trend's 2018 Car of the Year. And introducing Stelvio and 4C Alfa Romeo, the perfect balance of engineering and emotion.
Alright, I'll be right back. All right, game's back on, and Freddie Anderson actually makes a little bit of a underrated save there on Thomas Tatar.
He has a power play goal, but Anderson with a nice glove stop there.
Nifty save for Anderson as this shot ricochets off the glass. I'm always amazed at how the goaltenders find it.
So yeah, like the video, guys. And obviously, I guess I can't ask to comment anymore because it seems like the same people. All right, so Marlowe at the half boards. Hainsey tries to clear it. Marlowe loses it, and the Habs actually keep it in the zone. Oh no, it actually went out. So it'll go back just above the blue line for a face-off. Yeah, so after the first period, I'll take a break. Get a snack. Hey, Von Hook, what's up, man?
It just doesn't make any sense. You have your summer of training, you come in, you feel healthy.
Any question, guys? Anything about the preseason? Shoot. So Habs up 1-0, 5:24 left in the first period. Rosen and Ozganov on. I'm just going to keep saying his name like that until I keep kind of hearing it, and then I'll say it. I'm basically saying it right, but it's just easier to say. Ozganov, whatever. So Kapanen trying to chase Chaput around the net. So the fourth line, Chaput, Delarose applying pressure. Chaput actually looks like he's applying some good pressure here. Rosen outlet pass to Janssen, who gets a far shot away on Carey Price. Now Schlemko and Jordy Ben back on for the Habs. Kotkaniemi with a good backhand pass to Lehkonen, who dumps it deep. Zaitsev and Gardner on for the Leafs and the Kadri line as well. What am I saying? This Kotkaniemi line and the Kadri line. I don't know if it's Babcock that sees Kadri as the shutdown line and they're matching up, or if it's the Habs matching up. One of them's matching up. He'll put up, I'm gonna say 73 points in 82 games. I'm gonna say he's gonna do a little bit better than last year in terms of points per game, because he got like 62 points in 71 games. So maybe even 75 and 82 or whatever. But it'll be interesting to see if he's with Vlasic. He's on the top pairing, then he'll definitely get either more or about the same points as Brent Burns. But it'll definitely be interesting to see how Pete DeBoer matches up lines, matches up pairings, and kind of separates the minutes between those 3-4 guys. Because you see it a lot with Nashville. It'll be like Ryan Ellis only played like 15 minutes tonight. Like for a guy that's like would be a 2 or 3 defenseman on most teams, it's like surprising to see only 15 minutes sometimes. But when you have guys like Ekholm, Yossi, like Subban, of course. So Riley with the puck off the boards to Tavares, who misses it. Hainsey. Oh, that could have been a potential 2-on-1, but Tavares recovers it. Marner at the half boards. Marner actually keeps the puck past 2 guys. Looks in front of Tavares, but it gets intercepted. Tavares is getting a lot of close coverage here. Marner gets tripped up, and the Leafs will go to the power play. I believe it was Paul Byron or Agostino that tripped him up. One of them. So Paul Byron, yeah.
Claude Julien taking a look at the penalty and apparently doesn't like the call. And watch how Marner slithers around behind the net.
So of course, obviously Claude Julien's not gonna be happy with that one. Jeez, they called it on Paul Byron. That looks really light, and if anything, it should have been on Agostino anyways. Whatever. Good to see the Leafs power play for the first time of the game. 3:09 left in the first period. Habs still up 1-0, of course. Tavares taking the draw with Tavares, Matthews, Riley, and Marner. Oh my gosh, what a power play unit. All right, so Habs dump it down deep early into the power play, but 1:50 left. Riley with the breakout. Speeds past Arturi Lehkonen. Plays it back to Matthews, to Kadri. Kadri loses it, and the Habs will dump it deep. Kadri, man, you can't be doing that. That's very sloppy from Kadri around the hash marks. So Riley goes back to get the puck again. It's kind of cool to see Riley and the kind of growing out the facial hair. So Tavares puts it off the boards to Matthews. Matthews puts it around to Kadri. Hopefully Kadri does something here. To Riley at the point. Marner. Back to Riley. Matthews fakes the shot. Tries to pass it across, but it misses. Now with Marner. Marner back to Riley. Back to Matthews. Reverses to Riley. Shot. Marner to Matthews. Oh my... What? He just missed an open net, or Carey Price just saved out the stick. We're going to have to see the replay there. The Leafs still have possession. 49 seconds. Tavares stopped. Matthews back to Marner. Behind the net to Matthews. In front to Kadri. Scores! Nazem Kadri with the bullet past Carey Price. 1-1. What a shot from Kadri.
Who had 12 power play goals last year, has one here in the preseason.
Nazem Kadri with the goal. So Marner and Matthews, a little bit of cycle there behind the net. We'll see what happens here. So I'm not sure if Carey Price got contact on that. But what a bullet by Kadri. The screen obviously didn't help. Let's see what happens here. So they're not going to show it again. They might show it after. But so Kadri does get the Leafs on the board. 1-1 is the score. Wow. What a glove save by Freddie Anderson. Number 31 for the Leafs. Wow. Philip Deneau is going to look up on that one a couple times in the Jumbotron. Wow. Like, oh my god. Callie Rosen, what a poor giveaway. But Deneau in tight. Tries to roof it past the glove, and Freddie Anderson makes it look so easy. So 1:40 left in the first, 1-1. In the slot to Gallagher, who misses wide. He winds up for a howitzer in the slot. Rosen tries to steal it. Ozgenov applying pressure. Man, Andreas Janssen, I don't know what's going on with this guy. Is he tired? Not getting enough sleep? He's supposed to be the fastest guy on his team, and he's looking so slow motion in this preseason so far. Hopefully he starts picking it up, or else he's not making his team out of camp. Zaitsev behind the net. Part Lindholm's helping out. It's a 2-on-2 battle here with Tatar and Deneau. Deneau gets tripped up. Fans are calling for a penalty. Tatar plays it back. Looks like it almost gets deflected there, but blocked. Tatar makes it deep, gets a high stick on Kapanen, and the Leafs will go back to the power play. Anderson comes out of the net for the extra attacker. Part Lindholm with just a stupid play. Oh my god. That was so ugly. This guy tries to backhand it deep and puts it right to the stick of the Habs defender. So Tatar is gonna head to the sin bin. You gotta call it, honestly. You gotta call it. Sloppy play from Tatar. The stick's up, hits the face. You gotta call it. So you guys, like, I won't be like biased. Like the penalty for, like I said, Byron was complete bull. Like that shouldn't have been a penalty, but that's a sloppy stick. You gotta call it. 2-minute power play for the Leafs. We'll see this number 1 unit back out for the Leafs. Like, think about what I'm saying out loud here. Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Kadri, Riley. Oh my god. And Babcock actually did it. He's going to do the number 1 unit. I'm quite impressed. Look how good Pittsburgh's power play's been. And the Leafs, even without the top unit, was so good already last year. I mean, this team starts getting chemistry with this top unit, and it's going to be really fun to watch. Schlemko with a direction from Plakanich, I believe it was. Redirect. Oh my. Oh, okay. I was going to say. They're on the penalty kill. There's no icing, but I believe it was a high stick.
In the Canadiens' 5-1 win. Here's the play from Ben. He just clears it down the ice, and you see Lehkonen is already back behind Riley. But he just didn't quite recognize it in time. Leafs last year 25% on the power play. Second to Pittsburgh's 26.
All right, so the second unit comes out for the Leafs. Marlowe, Levo, Janssen, Gardner, Ennis.
16 seconds of the period.
Levo gets kicked out of the draw. Marlowe will take it. I don't know why Levo was even taking it in the first place. I guess because of the right hand. So Levo plays it back to Gardner, who just keeps it in. And Janssen gets possession. Across to Marlowe. Back to Gardner. The Habs will clear it. And that will do it for the first period. Thanks, guys, for joining me. For you guys that have, I'm going to take a quick break. Obviously, the people watching, hopefully you guys can get in the live chat. Like, literally, it's right there, guys. Like, you just, it's like laying a comment on a regular video. Just lay it in the live chat and I can take a look. But I'm going to take a quick break. I'll do, like, a quick recap of what I saw in the first period just before the second period starts. And then I'll go back to my live play-by-play. Okay, so thank you, guys. And I'll be back in, like, probably, like, 5-10 minutes whenever the intermission is about to end. All right.
BXG's Gen 2 irons aren't just better, they're better in every way.
I guess I'll put the image up.
Faster ball speeds, unparalleled distance, exceptional forgiveness, and outstanding accuracy. But be warned, once you swing our BXG Gen 2 irons, you're going to want them.
Alright guys, what's up? I'm back for the second period. It just started. The Leafs are on the power play, so Matthews at the half boards. Plays it back to Riley. Riley back to Matthews. In front to Kadri, but stop. And then Marner tries to hit it in midair, but just puts it into the behind the net. Matthews loses the puck, and it goes into the neutral zone. Good play by the Canadiens to box them out. Not a lot of space even for Kadri. Tavares with the giveaway. So the Habs get to go for a change as they dump it deep. Riley with the risky play out to Matthews. Matthews with some speed, past Paul Byron. Plays it along to Marleau, who loses it. But now it's a little scramble for the puck in the corner. Great play by Kadri in front to Matthews. Back to Gardner. Gardner back to Marner. Marner at the boards. Trying to see what he can do. Back to Gardner. Gardner to Marner to Matthews. Whoa! Woo! I just saw flashbacks of what Nylander and Matthews did on the power play so many times. Oh my gosh. Austin Matthews. You know that one where he gets it? Releases. Top left corner. Past Gary Price. He's done it before. Do you guys remember overtime? Gave me flashbacks a whole bunch, but it was really the classic Marner faked the shot over to Matthews, and Carey Price does everything he can. He literally jumps in front of it, but Matthews goes right. It literally hit the corner bar, I think, or posted in. That's so gross. What do you guys think about that? If you guys were watching, Austin Matthews was his third of the preseason on the power play. This Leafs power play, the stacked Leafs power play, is 2 for 2 already. Wow. That was crazy. Thank you guys for whoever did subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like the video, please, and keep subscribing. I didn't even see the live sub count go up. Lindholm misses Janssen on the pass. The Leafs are up 2-1. 18:05 left in the first period. Habs got the advantage on shots. Jeff Petrie going through the neutral zone to Kotkaniemi. Actually, De La Rose, sorry. Who loses the puck. Habs get off behind the net to Rosen. Kai Rosen. The breakout pass to Tavares, who misses it. Now it's Kotkaniemi with the puck. So Schlemko, Jordy Ben, and the Kotkaniemi line on against the Tavares line. Drouin looks really funny with long hair. Schlemko with a shot blocked. And Kotkaniemi with the rebound, and Freddie Anderson stops it.
Anderson's going to pounce on the loose puck as the Canadiens make it.
Thoughts on Par Lindholm, Von Hook? I think he's been pretty solid so far. I think he's a little more, I'd say, I don't want to say old-fashioned, but a lot of what he does is just very simple. And I don't know, I haven't read him enough yet, because I sometimes I do see him do things that are not very skilled. So I don't know if he's very simple because he kind of lacks the extra skill, or if he's just simple because he's just a fourth-line guy that wants to play it simple. I am thinking he probably lacks a little more of the skill, but I think the intelligence is definitely there. The IQ is there for sure. He's been playing pretty well. I think he's definitely on pace to win the fourth-line center job. And then I think someone, I don't know if it was you, Von Hook, said about the Corey Perry injury. That's obviously a big loss. Actually, in my fantasy, I had him a little bit of a bust because some people, I hear them talk, it's like they still think this guy can get 70, 80 points. And that's just not the case. He's not the MVP he once was. I mean, he never was really an MVP, but he had that one season that was insane. And he did consistently get 70, 80 plus points. But he's not that guy anymore. Especially now with the injury, 5 months. That's pretty poor. Obviously, I'm trying to think if he got injured late last season. I still haven't read the details from the trade, but I did see he will be out for 5 months. I think they're pretty solid on that because of surgery.
Well, if you score every time, you're probably going to be all right. But there will be reads that Mike Babcock.
So Riley with the puck in the neutral zone.
What the other coaches doing, who they're going to put on the ice.
Kadri tries to put off the boards.
I'm really curious to see how he'll
play it out. They've got some other options. Of course, you'd have Nylander
Into the neutral zone. With some speed is Thomas Tatar, number 90 for the Habs. And a penalty for the Habs. I think both will actually go. No, it's gonna. I think Kadri's gonna get called for embellishment. Let's see what happens here.
So Kadri's gonna get called for interference here. And there's the high stick. So the initial,
oh, okay, it's not even embellishment. That was so light. I was gonna be okay with the embellishment, but that's like really light on the interference part. What can you say? So 4-on-4 right now. We'll see some speed here.
So the Leafs send out Tavares and Marner.
Tavares and Marner. That's always fun to watch.
With Gardner and Sept.
I say always as if I'm used to watching that so far. Trust me, guys. I literally I didn't absorb the fact that Tavares was a Leaf until the games actually started for preseason. I'm like, holy. Wow, Zaitsev threw like 3 players there. Now Tavares gets possession to Gardner, back to Marner, who cycles through. Marner across to Zaitsev. He's on his offhand, so he does go into his skates. Marner with some speed. Puts it on net. Literally was going to miss, so Carey Price just puts his stick out. Now a breakup for the Habs, but Riley gets to it.
30 seconds into the 4-on-4.
So 1:20 left in the 4-on-4. So Tavares with a nice move around. Can't put it in front to Marner, but does until Drouin gets there. Victor Mete and I can't see the other defenseman right now for the Habs, but Ron Hainsey to the point. Marner tries to go for a change. Almost too many men there. Now Marner gets off. Oh, no. The Leafs are about to get a penalty. So the Habs with a little bit of a 6-on-4 here. Or 5-on-4, sorry. And now they'll get a 4-on-3 power play. As I believe Morgan Riley is going to go off for some kind of penalty on Kotkaniemi. Not sure if it was, okay, interference. I was going to say it's either interference, hold, trip. He did kind of a little bit of everything, but then the last thing that he did was the interference. So 45 seconds of 4-on-3 power play for the Habs. 14:44 left in the second period. Get in the live chat, guys. Yeah, Von Hook, I agree. Corey Perry's not the same player he always was. Hit this, guys. Everyone joining, hit the subscribe button, and just to see that go off. I guess that's the incentive to hit it, just so I can get hyped for you guys. But interference call from Riley, like I said. The Habs do win the draw. Gallagher, Drouin, Tatar, and I don't know if that's Petrie at the point. I believe it's Jeff Petrie at the point. So Drouin. Not bad from Anderson. It looked like it was in the breadbasket, but he did get in position pretty fast to make it look easy. So not bad, honestly. As much as the Habs are pretty weak in terms of depth, not bad for a 4-on-3 power play in terms of guys on the ice. I will say I don't think Drouin's ever going to be a center. So I think that's also the reason. I'm going to talk a little bit. I think that's why Kotkaniemi could make this team out of training camp in a top 6 role, because he's the type of player he's not going to make the team and be a 4th liner. If he makes the team, he'll be a top 6 forward. So Tatar takes the draw as Drouin gets. Oh my God. So Drouin gets kicked out, then Tatar gets kicked out. They're not happy, so now it's going to be a penalty for Montreal. Linesman's not happy, or Linesman's getting destroyed there. So Tatar's going to go to the box. So 3-on-3. You don't see this often. Obviously, going to be fun in preseason to watch.
So Tatar joins Philip Dano in the penalty box. Now we got 3-on-3. Here's the first one. Drouin's gone.
Man.
Oh, actually, it's not Drouin. It was the winger that Gallagher had jumped in. So Drouin
okay. I was going to say, how did Drouin get kicked out? If anything, it should have been Connor Brown out. So it was the winger, and then Tatar is the one that actually gets pushed out because his right skate was like fully in. But, yeah. I mean, Connor Brown was doing it a little bit, so definitely a debatable call. But we get to watch 3-on-3, so obviously positive. So it's Tavares, Gardner. Wow, that's a hold on Petrie. Gardner in the corner with Petrie and Plekanec. Tavares comes and helps. It's Tavares, Marner, and Gardner versus Petrie, Duran, and Plekanec, sorry. So Marner cycles back. Passes back to Gardner. Gardner with some speed. A 2-on-2 here with Tavares. Duran steals the puck. Gardner gives him a little bit of a stick to the back. Now Philip Deneau gets back on the ice. Now it's 4-on-4. Well, stopped by Freddie Anderson in the slot. What a save. So, guys, the Leafs up 2-1, 13-34, 35 left in the second period. 4-on-4 with 50 seconds left on that. So Matthews now on the ice with Rosen, Gardner, and Ennis, I believe. Lehkonen, and it's actually Marleau. Lehkonen almost steals the puck on a break. Now it's a 2-on-2 with Matthews and Marleau on Mete and Juleson. Or is that Mike Riley? Sorry, Mike Riley. So Mike Riley and Victor Mete. So Gallagher with Kotkaniemi on the ice. And 2-on-2 now on Ozganov and... Wow, Mete in front, scores up the skate. Will they review it? Brendan Gallagher, though, will get the goal. 2-2 with Leafs and Habs. So Gallagher will get credit. They obviously can't review it, so if they didn't see kicking motion, it does go off his skate. But I don't think he actually had any motion there, so I think he'll stay 2-2 with 13:01 left. What's up, social hockey fan? Hope you'll stick around, man. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Just looking at your comments here. He says Perry is useless anyway. I don't know if the Ducks will miss the playoffs, but everyone says I look like Fleury. Nothing new. But anyways, guys, 20-something of you guys watching the video, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I'm going to start streaming almost every day. Obviously, we have a couple other people on the channel. We're going to try to keep it flowing through here. But if you hit the subscribe button, the live sub count will go up. But I'm actually going to update the score because I've told people to remind me and I always forget. So it's actually 2-2 now, not 1-1. Alright, so 2-2 Leafs Habs. So Habs fans are happy. Obviously the Habs, especially with the two NHL rosters playing, basically this is, I mean, except for probably a couple minor adjustments, this will be the two lineups you'll see on opening night, more or less. So being the underdog in this game for the Habs, you're definitely happy to see a 2-2 game. And obviously you want to see Carey Price do well as like one of the best goalies, the best goalie like as if like a year ago. He had one bad year and now NHL Network is going to rank him in the top 10. So Carey Price obviously wants to lead this team back to at least a half successful. I mean, I don't know if you expect this team to make the playoffs. I wouldn't. But it all depends how you look at it. I mean, Jack Hughes is coming up pretty hot in the 2019 draft, so I don't think it's a complete negative if you do poorly.
If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
So it is commercial break, for anyone that was wondering.
Big at Casino Woodbine this month with great dining specials and exciting new promotions like Slapshot. 8 draw winners every Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. Stick handle your way to cash prizes.
All right, anything, guys, in the live chat, I'll answer your questions. If you want to stick around. For more, I can kind of give you a schedule roughly. Sorry, I gotta charge up.
Sweat the details.
I can really answer anything in the live chat if it has to do with well, depends what else you're asking. But so Gallagher with the goal from Mete and Kotkaniemi. Matthews did get that goal from Martin on the power play, as I said. Let's see here. All right, so game's back on. Gallagher and Paul Byron talking on the bench. But that was really good play by Gallagher. He did get credit with the goal, but goes really fast through the neutral zone, and then Kotkaniemi basically puts it on net. Metti's at the side of the net there, and he just puts it in front and goes off Gallagher's skate. Actually, it actually went off Gallagher. I thought it went off his skate. Sorry, so it went off Gallagher's stick, obviously, but then it hit, like, Rosen's stick. So, sorry, my bad. It didn't even go off the skate. But, like, on the angle, it definitely looked like it hit, like, something twice. So, face-off. Sept facing off against Kadri in the Montreal zone. Mike Riley gets the puck. I was wondering who that sixth defenseman is, and it's Mike Riley with Petrie, as I said earlier. So, puts it in deep. Connor Brown racing against Jeff Petrie, and Connor Brown does get the puck. Petrie through the zone to De La Rose. Sept misses the puck. Ozgenov gets possession off the boards. Levo misses it. Now Mike Riley with the puck. Petrie at the point. De La Rose puts it in deep. Sept gets tripped up. They won't. I don't think they're gonna call it on Rosen. So Rosen with the reverse to Ozgenov. Sherbak applying some pretty good pressure there. Sherbak's the guy I honestly think could slot up his third or fourth or second or third line honestly for Montreal this year if their wingers are as slim as they are on the right side. Their left side's not looking too horrible. It really depends who plays center. If you have Kotkaniemi and you have Drouin on his wing, and you have Gallagher on that second line, and then you have Max Domi on the third line, not too bad, right? I will say it depends who makes the team. The Habs did put guys like McCarron and Byron Freese on waivers, so a couple guys that definitely could have slotted on their fourth line are going down to the minors. Another call could have been on the Leafs there. Lindholm trips up Agostino, but no call. Play continues. Riley fans on the pass, but Kapanen does get to clear it. Pressure now in the half zone. So Juleson back to Riley to Janssen. Juleson with not that great of a giveaway there. Any giveaway is never good, but Riley with a nice play keeps it in to the slot to Tavares. Marner back to Riley to Marner. Lindholm now Kapanen. Sorry, the Leafs just made like 4 changes there in a row. So now it's Tavares and Trevor Moore applying pressure. So Marner, Tavares, Moore now on for the Leafs. Tavares in the slot with a shot blocked. Marner by the boards. Back to Gardner, deflected twice, but blocked. So Juleson clears it. If you guys don't remember, Mete and Juleson were actually paired up for Team Canada in the World Juniors. So Gardner with the puck. Plays it out to his partner Zaitsev. Ennis gets rubbed out by Jordy Ben. And it goes back to Schlemko. Deneau in the air. Brought down by Tatar. Puts it in deep. Ozgenov. Matthews in the corner now. Gets hit by Schlemko. It keeps the puck. Ennis tries to put it in net. On net, sorry. Marlowe. Man, this is a really sloppy game. Really hard to play. I play for it. Ennis now gets knocked down, and he will get a power play now. Ennis draws the penalty from, I think it's Schlemko. Yeah, David Schlemko with the cross check. Ennis goes sliding into the boards. So Von Hook says, should Randy Carlyle be fired if the Ducks miss the playoffs? Social Hockey responds with Carlyle is already on his last year on contract, so Ducks miss out or go out early in the playoffs, then he's gone. And then Eddie thinks he should just retire and do his thing, you know? So 2-2. Commercial break right now. Get in the live chat, guys. What do you guys think? But yeah, welcome Eddie to the live stream.
When everyone had only 1 horsepower, per carrot. Spend less time at the gas pump with Econ Mode, standard on most Honda vehicles. Now, during the Model Clearout event, get a great deal on a 2018 Honda CR-V.
Eastside Mario's Build Your Own Three-Course Italian Dinner is back! For only $12.99, you get all-you-can-eat super salad and garlic combo. Choose your favorite pasta and sauce combo or two-topping pizza and top it off with a sweet treat down till October 7th. Eastside Mario's. Hey, bada-boom-bada-bing!
Jen, I've got questions. Boots or flip-flops? Great. Smoky or natural eye?
Natural.
Good choice. How about calling or texting?
Definitely calling.
Puppies or kitties?
Sorry, cats.
Dry eyes or artificial tears?
Wait, that's a trick question. Because they can both get in your way. That's why it's super important to chat with your eye doctor if you're using artificial tears a lot and your eyes still feel dry. Next question. Guys, it's time for some Milo.
MLS on TSN keeps on rolling this Saturday as Toronto FC goes head-to-head with New England. Action gets underway at 7:30 Eastern on TSN 4 and in 4K.
There's the penalty, and Schlemko cross-checks Tyler Ennis to the ice. And the Leafs will go back to the power play.
Officially 2 for 3 on the night.
All right, so the Leafs on the power play with a giveaway. Lehkonen with a shot, shorthanded, and stopped by Freddie Anderson. So now the Leafs are going to have to line up on a face-off in their own zone on the power play. So 1:46 left in the power play, 8:40 left in the second period. Surprised no one wants to subscribe and see my reaction to a live sub count going up. That's the Dano with good pressure on that Lehkonen shot. Anderson's just been really good. Like, just his control, like, that's one thing I saw Garrett Sparks struggle with, and that's just like a comparison of an NHL goalie to like a fringe goalie. Freddie Anderson does not let many rebounds go. So Matthews, just offside off the hesitation, as spoken by Gordon Miller. So face-off will be just out of Montreal's end, and Babcock's going to put the second unit on the power play out.
44 games for Austin Matthews, and the coaches and the players have talked about how he seems to have hit another gear here this year. His skating has been outstanding through camp, very noticeable as it improves. Funny, they're saying the same thing in Edmonton about.
What's up, Vegas coverage? What's up, man? Love the channel.
Looking forward to seeing live just to see how he possibly could be faster than he was before.
Talked to you on Twitter that one time. All right, so 1:20 left on the power play for Leafs. So Plekanec puts it in deep, and Toronto's going to have to cycle back. Josh Levo was going to go for it, but Freddie Anderson plays it to Gardner, the defenseman. Gardner out to Janssen. Marlowe on the half boards. Janssen now cycles back. Plays it back to Tyler Ennis, number 63. Tyler Ennis looks across, but just plays it back to Gardner with a shot. Janssen with the rebound. Just misses wide. Carey Price was out of position a little bit there. Tyler Ennis tries to play it in the air. Marlowe gets control. Back to Levo. Levo gives a tough pass to Gardner. Now Levo gets it back. Good pressure by De La Rose there. Levo with the shot. Deflected. Almost goes out of play. Good play by De La Rose, but Gardner keeps it in. Janssen across to Marlowe. Marlowe in front, deflected. Tyler Ennis now. Victor Mete and Jordy Ben playing this penalty kill really well right now for the Habs. Levo. Now back to Gardner, or Marlowe. Sorry. Ennis now. Mete steals it. What a play. Mete is being really solid on the penalty kill, sorry. Jordy Ben plays it out to the half boards. Ennis gets cross-checked, but no call. Play continues. Ron Hainsey. Levo, tired, tries to chase down Jordy Ben. Now De La Rose and Michael Chaput. That could have been too many men, but I believe it was Connor Brown who played that really smart. Duran goes offside after he plays it into his feet past the blue line. It'll be just at the Leaf zone. And the Habs kill off their first penalty kill of the game because the Leafs were 2 for 2. Now we're 2 for 3.
Move the puck in and back out, move it up to down, and force the penalty killers to run around. They weren't that time as Coach Julian and Club and Kurt Muller talking the top.
Chris is in the chat, loving the streams, he says. Thanks, man.
Did a really good job that time.
Social Hockey jokes that Melker Carlson's better than Eric.
Under 6.5 to go. It's Connor Brown.
Wow. Connor Brown deflects it up deep, and Carey Price actually has to make a tough stop. So Kapanen, Lindholm, and Brown on right now.
Did well to get it for the Leafs.
Janssen was just on the power play, so a little bit of mixing the lines. Lindholm to Kapanen. A good play from, I believe it was Lehkonen. Petrie and
Look to that Leaf line after
Mike Riley on for the Habs on defense now.
Johnson was on the power play.
So Duran tries to pressure Anderson, almost steals it. Anderson makes a risky play, and now Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi with a really good play around Trevor Moore. Deflected, and Anderson again lays the glove out with an easy stop.
Another quick glove hand stop by Freddie Anderson.
All right, thanks for joining Vegas coverage. Always good to see you, man.
The compact car needed a revolution.
I gotta know your name. I always I know I knew it at one point, but I always forget.
And here it is. Because it's time smart became the new
Put
standard.
that a little lower. Any questions, comments, guys, about the season? Oh my, I missed it. Sorry, guys. I missed the sub count go up again, but thank you so much.
Introducing the all-new 2019 Kia Forte.
I think it was on the Leafs. I don't even know when it was. I think it just happened. It must have just happened. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Every time that goes up, honestly, even when it just goes up by one, I really do appreciate it. It's one of those things like you want to be motivated to stream every day. You want to keep putting videos out, and then it's just kind of like tough when you don't see improvement. So every time that goes up, even by one, I just actually do really appreciate it. So thank you for whoever did. If you want to give yourself a shout out in the live chat, thank you very much. So at intermission, I'll probably take another break. But just to go back in the first period, of course, it was 1-1 after the first. The Habs opened up the scoring. I actually forget who it was. But the second goal was scored by Nazem Kadri. The bullet shot on in the slot on the power play, and then the Matthews, the classic, like every time you see the Nylander and Matthews pass, like Marner and Matthews just pulled it off. Matthews was an unbelievable shot. And then to tie the game, it was Brendan Gallagher off a really nice play by Victor Mete. So thank you guys for the 10 likes as well. Will Tavares crack 100 points? Social Hockey says, maybe not 100. I'd say on a realistic ceiling, maybe 90. I'm going to say he probably gets like 88 if we're going with a random number. I think he'll get a bit more than he got with the Islanders last year, obviously on a better line with Marner. I think both Marner and Tavares are going to be in the 80s for points. Honestly, like that might be a hot take for Marner, but they're on the same line and they're linking up the way they have been. They're going to be getting the point. Like look at for example Rantanen. I'm not saying Rantanen's a bad player because neither is Marner compared to Tavares. But if you saw McKinnon and Rantanen last year, McKinnon only got what, like 7 or 8 points more than Rantanen. Rantanen was on his line. They got the same amount of points on most of the goals. Von Hooks is worse. Fitty Trent's actually going to be releasing a Pacific preview video hopefully soon. I've already seen his non-edited version of the video, but he's going to edit it and hopefully release it soon for the Pacific Division. I did the Blackhawks preview, but I might end up just doing like an overall Central Division preview. I'm not even sure yet. I was going to bring some guys on, but I think a lot of people are just still busy right now, whether they're working or just kind of warming up to the school year. But when the season starts, I'm going to be bringing a lot of guest people on. Just a lot of people in general, like whether they're from my program or people I know. I actually officially met Steve Dangle today, which was pretty cool. I've seen him around a couple times, but never really said anything. But came into my class today and I had a little bit of conversation with him, which is always pretty cool. See his success with YouTube and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm taking a little. I mean, like I'm wearing my Leaf jersey and I'm a fan, but I think I'm taking a little bit of a different approach to YouTube. Obviously, like I want to talk about all the teams, and like I think as much as it's a hockey channel, I think I'll probably end up, I mean, bearing the success on the channel, I'm probably going to end up wanting to, I don't know, grow into, like, talking about NBA. Like, NBA is probably, like, the second sport I watch, like, the most. And then after that, it's, like, a combination of, like, NFL, MLB, and I watch, like, different kinds of soccer. Like, I'll watch Premier League. I watch MLS a decent amount. So someone just got it. Oh, so a puck off the foot for Drouin. Oh, Habs. Geez, the Habs building is quiet. I'm actually nervous just for, like, Drouin. I think it was just a. I don't know what happened.
I believe that's Ennis who deflects it right before it gets to Drouin and catches him on the inside of the foot.
That was really weird. It was just a pass, but I guess Petrie laid it hard on him. And Vegas coverage also says, hope Tavares rips it up. He was his first pick in fantasy. Yeah, that's another thing. What Tavares is, like, being with Marner this year, like, Marner's even higher than he was last year, but Tavares is literally, like, he's going, like, on average, like, I think I saw 8th or 9th in fantasy, which is, like, crazy. Oh, my God! Riley in front, Marleau! Oh, my, and Carey Price freezes the puck. Wow. So Riley's shot gets deflected, goes over Price. It's sitting there just outside the crease. Then Marleau tries to put it off of Carey Price's back. Price turns around in time and just kind of freezes it. Oh my God! Price had no idea where that puck was. So I think I don't know if I saw that right. It actually went off the outside of the post. So there's about what 3:46 left in the second period. Sorry.
Has not missed the game in 9 years. 13-25.
That's insane for Marleau. What an Ironman streak. Again, with a shot on net from Levo. Now Byron, Plekanec, kind of, I don't know what that was from those two. But the Leafs make a good defensive play. Schlemko pinches into the slots of Byron. Stopped by Freddie Anderson. Again. Wow, Anderson is solid tonight. A shot from Byron stopped, and Agostino gets the rebound. And he makes it look so easy from Freddie Anderson. That cannot happen from the Leafs defense. I was just complimenting them on a solid play on the boards. And then they just give it up so easily. Kadri lets it come out. Ozganov stands there like an idiot. And then Rosen doesn't tie up his man on the rebound. So just really weak on Leafs defense there. After complimenting them, of course it happens. But Lindholm loses the draw. But Kapanen, with the speed, breaks out. This could be a 2-on-1 here. Kapanen goes around Schlemko. Kapanen's another guy. With Lou Lamoriello off the team, is growing out the hair. So Gardner with the puck, back in his zone, cycling back, looks across to Zaitsev, but says to himself, "We'll keep the puck." Off the boards, Kapanen deflects it deep. Par Lindholm with some pressure on Schlemko, gives him a little bit of a knock. Now Janssen puts it in front. Lindholm with the oh my God! Schlemko could have got hit in the face there. He slides across and blocks it. Now Dela Rose loses the puck. Now Janssen's gonna go back with a slap shot right into the bread basket. What is going? Someone tell me what's going on with Andreas Janssen. This guy last year was like the fastest guy on the ice, and he looks so tired and slow right now. Like, are you telling me you can't beat Jordy Ben going to the net? Why would you take a slap shot outside the hash marks on a bad angle? I don't know. Someone tell me. But 2:33 left in the second period. Leafs Habs tied up at 2-2. Kotkaniemi stays. That's actually a really good sign for Habs fans, man. If he stays, I don't think Bergevin would be that dumb to keep a guy that's not ready. I know there's the sense that Habs are so. Tatar steals it in front. Freddie Anderson with the pad save, and it goes wide of the net. Now back in the slot for Tatar. Petrie at the point. Wide, Gallagher, stopped by Anderson, and oh my, wow, and Anderson scoops it up. What a scene of events from Frederick Anderson. The Habs building is wild right now. They get 3 or 4 opportunities right there, and Freddie Anderson keeps them all out. Just not a good play from Mitch Marner, who tries to fool around at the blue line and gives it up. Just really bad. If anyone is watching this game, really bad giveaways from the Leafs so far. Deneau gets 2 shots. Then Gallagher gets it up high. Petrie after the shot. So Gallagher got like 3 shots on net in that whole scramble of play there. So shots this period are 15-7 for the Habs. If I'm being totally honest, the Habs have definitely looked 5-on-5 like the team with more energy, the team more to prove themselves. The Leafs have gotten both goals in the power play. On 5-on-5, the Leafs have looked like a mess. I'm not even joking. They have looked bad. Especially like just neutral zone presence, like defensive exits. Like the Habs, especially on like in the offensive zone, have actually provided a lot of energy. And I know like that's probably like the probably that's like what they're supposed to do with this Habs team, because I mean there's a couple guys that are really skilled, but if we're comparing the Leafs to the Habs, comparing players to players, roster to roster, I don't think anyone in their right mind can say Montreal is better than Toronto right now. But this game, Montreal is playing better, especially 5-on-5. But Tyler Ennis now tries to break out to Marleau, and that's going to be icing potentially. Oh, Marleau with the speed beats out the icing. Now Matthews with the puck on the boards. Ennis gets knocked down. Ennis tries to keep it alive. Plekanec steals it though, and off the boards. Calle Rosen keeps it in. What a play. Dumps it deep. Goes off of Matthews' like arm. Noah Juleson gets the puck. Now Ennis to Matthews off the post. Austin Matthews gets a goal stolen away from him off the post with an open net, I might add. Carey Price was not in position to stop that. But the Habs have a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Plekanec gets hooked to Lehkonen. Just misses wide. I don't think they're going to call that. Schlemko. There's 34 seconds left in the period. What a way to end it here. Agostino to Schlemko. Now Connor Brown steals it, but the Leafs can't break out of the neutral zone. Levo across to Zaitsev. He asked for the 1-2 there. Levo can't get to it, but does keep it in. Jordy Ben now back to Schlemko. The Canadiens are cycling up. Schlemko looks for some speed here around Levo as there's 8 seconds left. Gets slashed, and the Leafs are going to get called here. Late. What a stupid penalty. This was a season game. I would not be happy to see that at all. Von Hook says Johnson needs more sleep. Agreed. Just a dumb penalty from Levo. 4.5 seconds left. And you're taking a slap. That was light, I will say. But it's by the hands. You got to call it. Don't disagree with the call. But oh my god. Matthews hits the post. That was the best spurt of play from the Leafs. But what happens? Then the Habs go back the other way. And Lehkonen almost gets an easy goal. Because the Leafs have no coverage. The Habs are going to try to win the faceoff here. Get a quick shot off. But Hainsey tries to bury it into the corner. He can. And the second period does come to an end. So the Leafs Habs tied 2-2. Like I said, Habs have been the better team overall. Austin Matthews got that second goal in the second. And then Brendan Gallagher ties up the game. So I'll be right back, guys. Keep going to live chat. I'll get to the comments when I come back. And yeah, let's just take a quick break. All right, guys, I'll be back for the third period. There we go. The sound. What's up? All right, so the game's back. Oh, the Marner scores! Shorthanded goal for Mitch Marner. What a bad giveaway from Montreal right when I come on.
Back in the first period, Marner raced down the ice, knocked down a Carey Price clearing attempt, and just missed the net.
Wow, what a goal from Marner.
This one goes back behind the net, and Price gets all tied up back behind the net.
So what poor communication from Jeff Petrie and Carey Price. Like Jeff Petrie with the overall giveaway to Mitch Marner, and Price doesn't get back into his net. Shorthanded goal. Montreal's still in the power play, but the Leafs are up 3-2. Update the score for you guys. Yeah, that's right. Mitch Marner, the new and approved penalty killer. But now, Lindholm with a... Kapanen scores! Again! Shorthanded, back-to-back shorthanded goals, and Kasperi Kapanen puts the Leafs up 4-2. Wow! I was not expecting that. What a play. Lindholm with the pass across. So Kapanen lays it off to Lindholm in the neutral zone, and then Lindholm back to Kapanen, raises it over the glove of Price. And just like that, the Leafs are up 4-2, and Montreal opens the period on the power play. Back-to-back shorthanded goals, and Carey Price got a feel for him because he actually had a really good first two periods as he slams the stick on his net. Another giveaway from the Habs. Now it's Connor Brown and Mitch Marner breaking out. And Mitch Marner just keeps it simple and puts it into the corner. I think I'm actually 20 seconds behind. There we go. And Montreal scores! So now it's a 4-3 game. I believe it was David Schlemko. Let me rewind. Everything's happening right now. David Schlemko, slap shot, past Freddie Anderson with the goal. So Montreal gets one back, 4-3 for the Leafs. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with everything. I was 20 seconds behind, and that 20 seconds cost me a lot.
We have a great look at this goal, and right when Schlemko was about to shoot, for Kenny Agostino, it beats Frederick Anderson. Anderson probably would like another.
Yeah, so Freddie Anderson definitely would want that back on the angle that it was, but it's now 4-3 for the Leafs. Wow, so it comes into the third period 2-2, and all of a sudden it's 4-3, and there's still 18:37. So 3 goals in a span of, I might be wrong on this, but I believe it was just over a minute. Maybe like 65 seconds, 3 goals. So shout out to Ronox TV. Hopefully you subscribe, man. If you didn't yet, I mean, I'd like to see my sub count go up. But yeah, we always, like, if you're a YouTube channel, like, I'll check it out after the video and see what you're saying. But of course, love to subscribe if I like what I see. But all right, so Kapanen gets the shorthanded goal to make it 4-2, and then David Schlemko on the power play. So 2 shorthanded goals and a power play goal, all in the same penalty, of course. So icing call against Montreal, or against Toronto, sorry. Yeah, exactly. If you relate to the third period, you assume it's 2-2 right now. But shout out to you, Ronox. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, if you want to subscribe and that live sub count, like right there, will go up. Really appreciate it, and then I know I'll be able to see you again in the live stream. But Callie Rosen with the puck, out to John Tavares in the neutral zone, a 3-on-3 here. Now it's back to even strength, of course. Trevor Moore on the line right now with Tavares and Marner. Agostino with a breakout pass to Paul Byron. Now Jeff Petrie with the puck trying to break past Jake Gardner. Can't. He goes for a change. Jake Gardner now to Callie Rosen. Callie Rosen to Nazem Kadri. Gardner with a breakout pass. Intercepted by Victor Mete. What a play. Now it's Sherbak. Oh, what a play by Ron Hainsey. Noah Juleson with a slap shot from the point and an easy glove save from Freddie Anderson. Thank you so much to the 2 of you that just subscribed. One more and we're at 12:30. I really appreciate that, Ronox, and I really appreciate whoever the other person was that subscribed. I always appreciate it. Ronox, I'll definitely check out your channel after the video, of course. And I'll lay a comment.
So we've had 7 goals tonight. 4 on the power play. The Leafs with a pair of shorthanded goals. And 1 goal.
Yeah, Ronox, for you, congrats on starting up your channel. And Robbie joins us as well. Robbie, I know, a big Leafs fan. Obviously excited about the season. So Josh Leo plays it out to Connor Brown. Good play by Noel Juicin, but he's too late on the pinch, and Kadri goes in front of Levo on his path into the zone and gets called offside. So 16:42 left in the third period, 4-3 for Toronto. I'm pretty sure the shots are still in favor for Montreal. We'll see. Fun Hook says I have no videos. Fun Hook, you gotta post a video, man. Sorry, Von Hook. If you don't, you can always be one of the main viewers on this channel. I always get the shoutouts. But Kasperi Kapanen goes around the net. And I promise you guys, for other fans, I already said this at the start of the video, but for the people that weren't there, I'm doing just Leafs right now for preseason because it's the only games I actually have access to. Like, there's not even good streams for preseason at all for other teams. But I have, like, the whole package for the season, so then I can actually do live reactions and live post games, all that, once the season actually starts, and that's starting next week. So, but thank you guys for joining me here. Leafs vs. Habs, obviously one of the greatest rivalries of the game. So hopefully you guys are joining me, just enjoying the fact that I'm just talking hockey, play-by-play, and just, you know, whatever, just watching the game anyway, so might as well stream, right? All right, so face up one by the Leafs. Rosenthal getting off at the point. Dumps it deep. Patrick Marleau tries to beat out the icing, but it will go back to the Leaf zone. Kadri and Josh Levo laughing it off. And but Babcock put some gum in his mouth. Puts in the garbage and looks on. Babcock, you never know if he's happy, mad. Actually, no, that's a lie. You know when he's mad, but you don't. It's very rare when you know he's happy when the game's going on. Some coaches you'll see smile once in a while, but. Alright, so Matthews, Ennis, and Marleau on right now. Ennis puts it in deep. Marleau with the pressure on Jeff Petrie. Matthews circling across the top of the circle. Ennis can't get to the puck. Now it's Mike Riley with some speed, former Minnesota Wild. Offside, Arturi Lehkonen. The Leafs and Habs, I think, will both go for a change here. Patrick Marleau. What an Ironman streak, honestly. What, 9 years now? I can't believe that.
1,575 games. So Marleau's had long training camps, short training camps.
Alright, Jordy Ben and Schlemko on for the Habs now. Dumps it in, and Zaitsev gets to it. I will say, I'm not chirping the guy. I like the guy, one of my favorite players in the Leafs. But for a guy that obviously our expectations are going to be high all year, John Tavares has not had a very good game. I can tell you that right now. Just in terms of possession, giveaways, he hasn't really been receiving passes well. Martin's had an okay game, but in terms of Tavares, he still looks like the Tavares out there in terms of skating and just. But as it says, Tavares gets possession here. But even like there, see what I mean? Like, it just doesn't look like himself. Tavares is a player that really, I guess, on his opportunities really makes the most of it. So I'm not really seeing a lot of that right now, especially defensively. But Tavares, another giveaway. Brendan Gallagher with the puck and dumps it deep, and they'll go for a change. Gardner goes to the bench, and Zaitsev receives the puck. Looks across to Ozhiganov. Wow, I thought that looked like Nylander there. Ozhiganov with a little bit of speed. Kadri looks to across to Connor Brown. You can't get it, but then it goes back into the scrum. Levo with the bad giveaway. Now the Habs can go on I guess it's a 2-on-2 because Levo came back. Good play by Levo then. Kadri comes back with a good defensive play. Gets away with a non-call there on Agostino. But Levo gets possession, plays it across. And now Kadri has an opportunity who looks tired. So he just plays it off to Connor Brown. And then the Habs get possession and the Leafs get broken up there. Yeah, definitely. That's what I was about to say. Things are definitely settling down compared to the first minute and a half of the third period. So Sherbak dumps it in deep. The fourth line is out here for Montreal. Chaput and De La Rose joined by Sherbak. Sherbak behind the net has looked the best on the fourth line so far. Mike Riley with a shot on net, and Freddie Anderson holds on. Like I said, been really good with the rebounds today. Yeah, Von Hook, you're right. So Andrew Cogliano, if you guys don't remember, actually got that 3-game suspension. But I think it was a 3-game suspension for head contact, like a hit to the head. So that broke the longest streak. So now it's, of course, Marleau. Ronak says, my 3 favorite teams in order are Maple Leafs, Penguins, and Jets. And I would assume you said... Okay, so Jets are your local NHL team, I guess you said. So yeah, thank you guys. Honestly, one more sub till 12:30. I'll be pretty happy with that coming out of the video. And then hopefully we can get to 20 likes, right? I think 11 likes right now. Sorry guys, I'm just responding to someone. Never want to leave someone hanging. But it's on commercial break.
Canada's most awarded and best-selling minivan for families.
If you don't believe me, listen to the minivan commercial. I don't even know what kind of company it is. But guys, lay your comments in the chat. Like I said, I just want to start streaming every day. I mean, connect with different people, of course. And I'm going to be honest, like sometimes these streams do like go on a little bit long, especially in preseason. But I'd say this game is definitely better. I mean, the Leafs haven't looked as, in terms of some players, haven't looked as good as I hoped. But Matthews on a couple opportunities has been fun. Marner, I still been pretty decent. I'm trying to think of. I mean, Kapanen's is definitely having a better game compared to his rest of the preseason, but Janssen's still looking out of place. But for the Habs, I would say the Habs definitely have a lot more positives in this game. I mean, I would still say the Leafs obviously are going to look really good in the season, I would hope. But in terms of the Habs, Kotkaniemi's looked really good. Mike Riley's looked really good. Jeff Petry's actually looked pretty decent. Sherbak's been really good on that fourth line. Drouin's had a couple spurts of genius. But yeah, the Leafs are up 4-3, so they still have the lead. Parlin with an opportunity. Janssen's going to get a stupid goalie interference call. Is Janssen okay? Anyone want to tell me? What is going on with Janssen? It's just so pointless. This guy just like... Okay, so Janssen's going to go to the box, and the Habs will get a power play opportunity.
Janssen's been around the front of the net a couple of times here.
I guess it was kind of accident, but like also being kind of dumb and sloppy. Price tries to give him a shot. See, the thing with Janssen is, right, like as a player, he's built off his speed. So when he doesn't have his speed, he just looks really out of place. And then everything else just kind of falls out. Like, once he gets his speed back, I think, hopefully everything else will just come along with it. But don't know what's going on with the guy. I know I'm sounding like I'm picking on him, but there's even a couple other plays. Alright, so Leafs with the penalty kill now. Tavares and Connor Brown out for the Leafs on forward. Zaitsev with the clear. What a play by Zaitsev. Quick reaction. Freddie Anderson had no visual of that puck for sure. But for the Habs power play right now, I believe this is their second unit. I think they're just trying a whole bunch of different things because they have Schlemko on the point instead of Jeff Petry. But they have the regular forward pairings out, or forward lineup. So it's Drouin, Gallagher, Lehkonen, and Tatar. So that could easily be their number one unit this year. I mean, I would say maybe Kotkaniemi goes instead of Lehkonen. if Kotkaniemi makes the team. But like I said, I don't think Julian knows if Kotkaniemi is going to make the team for sure, because if he doesn't, this is what the power play unit for Montreal will look. Mitch Marner on the penalty kill now, just dumps it in deep. He's joined by Kasperi Kapanen. That should be the 4 guys from the penalty kill this year, I would assume. The other guy would be Hyman, who did get injured last game. Not last game, the game before, actually, against, was it Buffalo or Ottawa, whoever. Hyman's the only guy, like I said, that's probably out of the lineup right now. Like I said, that's why Trevor Moore's in the lineup. But the Leafs dump it into the neutral zone. 30 seconds left on their penalty kill. Kotkaniemi now on, joined by Agostino and Sherbeck, I believe. And 2 defensemen joined by Mete and Petrie. So the Leafs dumping it down again, and that should about do it. There's about 12 seconds left. I guess this would be the last rush for Montreal to get something quick. And then there's about 5 seconds left until Andreas Johnsson goes back onto the ice. Kapanen with a really weak play on the blue line, but Hainsey knocks it out of midair, and the Leafs killed off another penalty. And yeah, Montreal with no shot on goal on that power play. So Mike Riley now with the puck, cycles back, picks up a little bit of speed, and outlets pass to Agostino, but not on the stick. I think that's definitely been a problem for Montreal, is accuracy and possession this game, I think, for both teams. That could have been too many men there for Montreal. Now Plekanec dumps it in deep, racing against Matthews. Ozganov with a little bit of a slash, gets away with it. A little bit. The guy getting on camera. Chaput sends it around. Now Noah Juleson and Riley at the point for Montreal. Riley, really nice play to cycle back. Beats out Rosen. Chaput puts it in deep. Ozganov with a good attempt to Ennis, but it gets broken up by Mike Riley. That looks like it looked offside, but Ozganov loses the puck. There's a lot happening in this game. They're going to call it. The Leafs with the power play coming up. Jeez, I feel bad for that one. Brendan Gallagher jumps on the ice, and they both just kind of stand there and watch the puck go between them as they're both on the ice. The one that was coming off and one that was coming on. Asian Remy Gaming says, "Love the channel. You're a god." If I'm a god, then subscribe to the channel. we gotta get to 1,230 here. Thanks, Ronox. Ronox says he'll text his friends to sub to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, guys, like, I was talking to my buddy earlier. It's like, it's all on, like, just word of mouth, right? So if you have hockey fans and you want to join me during live streams, like I said, I'm not going to be by myself, especially during the season ones. Like, I'm going to be joined by different people. I'm going to bring in guests on the channel. I'm going to be making the Central Division preview video soon, Nylander video soon. Fitty Trent's going to release his Pacific. Hopefully Mitch with his Metro. Like, a lot of stuff's going to be coming out over the next week or two. And then as the season starts, a lot of different stuff for sure. Like I said, I'm just more experimenting right now with preseason, kind of getting warmed up back into the channel mode. We took like 2 months off there. It was more of a break. You know, everyone needs a break, right? So, but yeah, I appreciate it. Remy Gaming and Ronox, I really do appreciate it. Let's hope we get to 12:30 by the end. The live sub count will go up. Alright. Back on the game, and the Leafs, we get to watch the Leafs power play once again. See, those are really interesting, those too many men, right? Because they didn't actually play it, but the puck was played right in between them. And Gallagher was fully standing there and tried to like move out of the way. And Paul Byron was just still like skating back to the bench.
You see Gallagher saying nobody touched it. That's a call you see in international hockey a lot. I'm actually kind of surprised. That's the way the rules written.
See, it is how the rules written, but I Ray Farrar said it right. Like, I'm actually a little surprised too, because they usually don't call it as long as like, holy, Martin with a giveaway and Philip Deneau with a shorthanded opportunity here. Riley falls and Anderson stops it, plays it, but the ref blows it off, and there will be a face-off in the Leafs end. Von Hook says, I hope that the Penguins miss the playoffs. Hey, Von Hook, don't say that to Mitch. You're going to make him upset. 32 shots for the Habs. Wow. And still 9:46 left in the third period. So the Leafs are 2 for 4 on the power play. 5 shots on those power plays, so not that much. And they've been a little sloppy, as I said. But with 2 goals in the power play, not horrible. 50%. So Meyer with a good move. Goes deep for Kadri on the power play. Jordy Ben has an opportunity to dump it. But Tavares and Kadri close in on him pretty quick. This is what I'm talking about. There's no possession on the Leafs power play. It's all like scrambled right now. And even when they lose the battle, then they just lose the puck. But Martin with actually a good play to keep it in. Matthews now to Kadri in the slot. Instead of shooting it, tries to go to Tavares, and that doesn't work out. Matthews with a nice play around Schlemko. Marner now tries to put it in front. Jordy Ben clears it, and Riley will go back to retrieve the puck. Middle of the ice, out to Kadri, back to Riley. Riley looks for the shot. Carey Price has to leap a bit to get control of it, but they do clear, and Riley will be, or Gardner now will go retrieve the puck from Anderson behind the net. 42 seconds left in the power play. Gardner speeds out, lays it off to Tyler Ennis. The second power play unit is now on for the Leafs. Janssen in front of Marleau, but it gets intercepted by Noah Juleson. Mete and Juleson, the infamous World Junior pairing, is on for the Habs on the penalty kill, and they dump it down. Now the Leafs only have 18 seconds left on the power play to get something here out of it quick. Gardner down the boards. Poor pass to Andreas Janssen, and he has to cycle back up. So Gardner takes it into skates, dumps it in deep, and that will do it for the Leafs power play. Habs fans are happy to see it 2-5. Not too bad for what the Leafs power play is. And Paul Byron lays out Par Lindholm. Or Michael Chaput, sorry. And Lindholm gives him the shot back. Calle Rosen deflected. Sherback now with some speed. One of the fastest guys on the ice tonight. Sherback goes around Calle Rosen. Looks in front to Delarose. Wow, almost another opportunity for the Habs. Now a shot is blocked by Delarose. Blocks his own teammate's shot. Ozganov gets rubbed out by Sherback, but it does clear it. Kapanen loses the puck to Petrie, and Mike Riley puts it in back to the Leafs zone, and Calle Rosen and Ozganov will restart the play here. Out to Tavares. Connor Brown and Kapanen join him on the ice. Well, Kapanen was already on. He'll need a change. He's getting tired. Tavares providing a little bit of pressure. Look, guys, it's 6:55 in the third, and I'm already getting tired. Got to grind it out, you know? So an icing against the Leafs. 6:47 left. So Misty, the scores right there. 4-3 for the Leafs. You know, that's why I added there, you know? So one more sub, guys. One more sub, and we can go up to 1-2-3-0, you know? Alright, so Tavares with the defensive draw against Kotkaniemi. And Tavares wins it quite easily. Zaitsev across to Gardner. The Leafs and Habs, obviously now even strength. 6:40 left in the third period. Kotkaniemi tries to play it in the air. Good play by Trevor Moore. He's going down the wing after receiving a pass from Tavares, but he loses the puck to Jordy Ben. Now Gardner looking for an outlet pass. Doesn't have anything, but does see Tavares on the board. Now it's Marner and Trevor Moore. Marner to Moore. Oh my God, that was Trevor Moore's opportunity to lay a stamp on this team, and he misses it. A good tie-up by the defenseman for the Habs. Either Jordy Ben or Schlemko. Now the Habs. Now Marner with the break. Mitch Marner slows up. Feeds it to Matthews. Matthews to Marner. Stopped by Carey Price. Matthews should have shot that, but he was on his offhand. Marner scores! Patrick Marleau. 5-3. Marleau cashes in after Matthews and Marner's 2-on-1 being broken up. Marner settles it down in the slot. Feeds it to Marleau. You know, Marner and Marleau had that big chemistry in the playoffs. And Marleau with a quick shot on that left side beats Carey Price, and we have a 5-3 game now with 5:52 left in the third period. But what a play by Mitch Marner in that whole shift. Like, Marner, on his offhand, feeds Moore on the open net. Then he feeds Matthews. Matthews gets an opportunity after trying to pass it back, goes off the skate. And then Marner feeds Marleau on the left side, and Carey Price. Another goal for Carey Price that you can't do a lot about it. Marner's in the slot. You think he's going to shoot, and he lays it off to Marleau with the open net. So 5:48 left, and we got a 5-3 lead for the Leafs, folks. So first of the preseason for Patrick Marleau. Thanks, Eddie. I try the play-by-play, you know? You gotta try to keep up. It's hard doing play-by-play when you're not, like, actually in the building. I mean, I wouldn't know. I never do play-by-play when I'm in the building. I just watch. But maybe one day, you know? Because, like, when you're in the building, you can see everything that's going on. You can see more of the angles. On TV, it's more direct shots. So you can't, it's hard to see everything that's going on. But Marner with a really good patience, really good hands from Mitch Marner. Look, guys, in my fantasy video, we have him as one of the musts. You gotta draft him, honestly, especially with the line on Tavares, and he's already looking like the most creative. I have to argue. Mitch Mullany said, I will actually roast him more after watching a game like this, and I'm gonna keep watching Marner play so well. Mitch, I can't believe you said Jake Gensel's better than Marner. Rip into Mitch for that, anyone. I know you all agree with me on that. That's horrible that Mitch said that. But we all got our opinions, but it's horrible. Gotta mute this on commercials. Pisses me off. Yeah, Robbie says, woo, go Leafs go. Alright, look, it's like at the game. People are like Habs fans or people are leaving. They know the game's over. Maybe the Habs come back. It's still 5 minutes left. They scored 3 goals combined in the first minute and a half of the third, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, guys, I want that last sub. You know, I want that last sub to get to 1230. You know, get in the live chat. There's only 5 minutes left of the stream, or it'll probably be like 10 minutes. But 5 minutes left in the game, of course. Put the volume back on. Mitch Marner, honestly. This guy's insane. 3-point night for Marner so far, I believe. Actually, what am I saying? 4-point night, because he got the assist on the Matthews goal. Jeez, Marner with 4 points, 1 goal and 3 assists.
Mentioned earlier tonight, over a point a game, the final 35 of the regular season. Over a point a game in that first round series against Boston.
Give me a second, guys.
Is it too much to expect he could be an over a point a game player for 82 games this regular season?
There's not many guys that get a point a game anymore, so I mean, that would be working against him. But considering the way the power play is likely going to look, he's playing with one of the better players in the league in John Tavares.
All right, so 4:30 left in the third period. No, Juleson across, tries to feed Brendan Gallagher, but misses it. Mete keeps it in deep. Good pressure by Gallagher here. And almost gives an opportunity to Tatar, who goes around the net and still just trying to create something here with a spinorama shot blocked. I got hit Duran or Deneau in front of the net. I think Deneau, sorry, it's not Duran. So Mete out to Tatar. Deneau races for the puck against Calle Rosen. Calle Rosen with a really nice play tight around the net. Feeds it out to Kapanen, but it misses him, and this should be an icing, and it is. So it will go back to the Leafs zone. I'm actually hoping to go to the Leafs game Friday night, preseason. See what happens with that.
Matthews scored a power play goal in the second period. A gorgeous feed across the slot from Marner.
All right, so 5-3 for the Leafs.
Bounces off
Man, I want that last sub so bad.
Said he wants to move the puck, wants to be able to be as good an assist guy as a goal guy. Well, some of that will rely on William Nylander showing up whenever they get him.
Obviously, this had Leafs are the best. Von Hook says Jake Gensel is overrated, Mitch Marner's underrated. Von Hook, say that to Mitch, right to his face. I do think Gensel got a lot out of the players he's played with. I still think he's a really good scorer. But to me, and I think to a lot of people, but like, to me, and there's no bias here, Mitch Marner is just the complete player offensively. His IQ is just out of this world. He potentially has the best IQ or best potential in terms of IQ and just smarts towards the game on this whole team. I mean, Tavares provides a lot of different things, and I think that's why they're going to complement each other really well this year. And Matthews is obviously that strong body. He's really smart as well, but Matthews is the strong body, strong shot, just controls the 200-foot game. But Marner, just in terms of skill and IQ, is just, it's something really special. And that's why some people compare him to Patty Kane. And I mean, we got to wait and see if he'll get to a point close to that. But when we're talking about IQ and just the plays that Marner makes, it's definitely comparable. And he is like 6 years old, or 6 years younger. Connor Brown can feed Tavares here, but holds him up. Then feeds back to him. Decent play. To Levo! What a stop by Price. So Anderson with the decent save, and then it goes back, and then Price with a good save. Wow, what a quick release from Levo. That's the one thing you can't take away from that guy. What a release. Habs fans are slowly leaving the building. 2:18 left in the third period. Down only 2 goals. You never know. Fred and Gallagher fakes out his man. Philip Deneau now with the puck. Calle Rosen rubs him out. Ozganov almost gives it away, but Levo puts it off the boards and into the neutral zone, and Drouin will cycle up, and the Habs have just pulled Carey Price for the extra attacker with 2 minutes to go. Mike Riley breaking through in front. Now Par Lindholm tries to clear. Petrie with the shot. Blocked. Mike Riley now. Back to Petrie. Petrie over the net. And now Drouin with the puck. Ozganov freezes him against the boards. Kadri, a little bit of a selfish play there, but now it's a giveaway. That should be a penalty, and the Habs will go to the penalty kill. Brendan Gallagher gets a couple chirps in on Freddie Anderson. But Gallagher will go to the box. The Leafs will finish off the game on the power play. I don't know. I can't say I agree with that call, but it's a debatable call, right? It's got to be a combination, though. You got to think about it as a ref. Habs are down 2 goals. Freddie was borderline outside of the crease. Zaitsev did basically draw him out a bit. I don't know. I'd say it's one of those 50-50 calls. I don't think to be mad either way, but Fonox says KHL commercials are better than NHL commercials. And Robbie says we need Nylander. I wouldn't say we need Nylander. Honestly, have you seen this team? But obviously, if we have Nylander, this team is just so deep. But Tavares tries to feed Gardner across. They're playing 2 defensemen on this power play. I guess Blackhawks trying it out with Marner, Matthews, and Tavares. That's the one thing you got to consider. If you play 2 defensemen, then the second unit's a lot better for the Leafs. Because the first unit would still be stacked with Gardner, Riley, Tavares, Matthews, and Marner. And then the second unit could be Marlowe, Nylander, Kadri, and then whoever you want as the 4th forward, and then like Zaitsev or Rosen, or whoever you want. Rosen was decent on the power play for Marlies. But 45 seconds left in the third period. Marner and Matthews and Tavares out, looking for a 6th goal for the Leafs. Marner looks across. Like I said, Calle Rosen now on the power play. And Ozganov. Marner in front to Tavares. 3 shots there. Stopped again. Oh my god. Tavares just not getting the bounces today. Ozganov tries to keep it in with his glove. But it just goes out of the blue line. And Rosen looking for the outlet pass. Feeds Tavares, who goes for a change and feeds Kadri. Kadri now cycles back across. Deflected. Now Lehkonen with the puck. Beats Ozganov. Lehkonen with an opportunity here. But Rosen stops him, and that should be it for the Leafs. The Leafs will take this one 5-3 at the Bell Center in Montreal. Thank you guys. Last sub, anyone want to do it? I'll do a quick recap, but after that.
Both teams will find things they liked about that game. The Canadiens will like the pace.
But I do appreciate all of you guys.
The number of chances they generated, the play of Kotkaniemi. The Leafs will like their special teams and Freddie Anderson's play for the most part.
High-octane night, a couple of power play goals, two short-handed. And Freddie Anderson with 30 stops.
Let's see. Anyone want to get in the live chat last second? Do something with the Leafs with a 5-3 victory. I'm going quickly. First star, Mitch Marner. Second star, Mike Riley. Third star, I'm going to go... Third star, I'll go Freddie Anderson. I would say honorable mentions would be, I think, I'm not saying he's a star. He did allow 5 goals, but I think he kind of got hung up to dry on a couple goals. Carey Price, especially the one where Petrie just gave it up. The 2 goals were not his fault on the passes across, the Marleau goal and the Matthews goal. And I think just a huge honorable mention to, of course, Kotkaniemi, because this guy has been a lot of hate, and I even said that I think the Habs missed out big on Filip Zadina. I'm not saying I regret what I said, because I think Filip Zadina is definitely going to be a better player than Kotkaniemi, but Kotkaniemi can definitely be a top 6 forward, and he's already showing a lot of great stuff. So, I mean, maybe the Montreal do get their number 1 center. You never know. But Kotkaniemi is definitely showing pretty good for a freshly minted drafted player. So when it was 1-1, Gardner feeds Marner across to Matthews over the blocker of Price in that power play with 3 seconds left. And that was when the Leafs went 2-1. That was probably the best goal of the game, just the setup on the power play. And just the classic feed to Matthews, and the classic take and release from Matthews was just textbook him. And then the other good play was the Kotkaniemi to Mete to Gallagher, who I thought it went off his skate, but he got his stick off, and it was really impressive. And then the Matthews off the post. They're going through a few things.
We go to the opening seconds of the third. Carey Price, Jeff Petrie get crossed up behind the net.
Anything else? Eddie says Leafs will be fine without Nylander. Robbie says good game. Amir and Tractor, no idea. But those are the KHL teams he likes for Von Hook. Anything else, guys, before I end it off?
They throws it upstairs. His second of the preseason, 2 goals in 20 seconds, both shorties, just like that. That would make it 4-2 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs go on to win this hockey.
All right, so Leafs 5-3. Marner with a goal and 3 assists. Matthews with a goal and an assist. Marleau with a goal. Kadri with a goal. Kapanen with a goal. Gardner with an assist. Lindholm with an assist. So Anderson, 33 saves on 36 shots. Obviously allowed 3 goals, so a .917 save percentage in this game. Carey Price allows 5 goals on 26 shots, so obviously a little weak in terms of shots. He makes 21 saves in the effort. Brendan Gallagher with a goal and assist. He actually had a pretty good game. Tatar looked pretty good. I think they're talking a little bit about it. I think maybe the speed of the West just wasn't his forte. Maybe he plays a lot better with Montreal. David Schlemko with a goal. Obviously that slap shot on the left side that Freddie Anderson would probably want back. Victor Mete, who looked actually pretty good, 2 assists. Kotkaniemi, Agostino, and Lehkonen. Like I said, I'm one of those guys. I'll still give my star. If I see that they played well, it doesn't, like, you don't need to, in my opinion, like, you don't need to get a point to be a guy that was noticed, a guy that played well. For me, Mike Riley was really explosive tonight on defense. He made a lot of good defensive plays. He was very creative, like, just like in that third period there. He went on his offside, went down the right side, around the net, created an opportunity that Tatar just missed. Like, for me, I look for that stuff in where you have a good game. You don't need to get an assist. Like, Agostino, where was that guy tonight and he got an assist? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, assists are like, eh. Like, if you, primary assists, in a lot of situations, obviously are cool. But secondary assists, like Gardner, on the secondary assist on the Matthews goal, like, no one's going to be talking about Matthew or Gardner on that goal. Gardner made the same play he would always make. It's a good play. He just slots it across to Marner. Marner gets the primary assists on a really nice pass to Matthews. I'm just saying that as an example because I hate when people look at points and just automatically go, oh, this guy had 2 or 3 points. He was the #1 star. In a lot of cases, yes, Gallagher had a really good game. And that doesn't happen a lot where a guy gets like 2 assists and he played bad. But I'm just implying that just because you get on the score sheet doesn't mean you have a great game. So like I said, I think Marner played really well. I'll give it to Mete. And like I said, Mike Riley. And then my 3rd star can go anywhere from Gallagher to Freddie Anderson. And the rest of the guys, I think a lot of the Leaf guys kind of played low-key tonight. Marleau got a goal, but you didn't see a lot from him tonight, except for, like, I think when I think of a couple times, his speed actually, like, just thinking about Marleau's age and his speed, just at the age he is and the Ironman streak he's going through of playing so many games in a row. What is it, like 600 and whatever, or 500 and whatever? It's 9 years. 9 years. Like, it's insane. So, or is it 6 or 7? Whatever. You get my point. So I think as much as a lot of guys didn't show tonight, I think I'm not going to rip into him because it's John Tavares, but he didn't have his greatest games tonight. Jonathan Drouin showed me a lot in the first half of the game. I'd say he slowed up in the second half. But it just goes back to, I think Montreal just needs a better overall team for Carey Price to go back to his game. I think it's quite disappointing that Carey Price is at the point of his career where he's, not that old, 31, I guess, and he's getting hung out to dry half the time. Tonight, only 26 shots, so I think he would like a few of them back. But like I said, like, what do you expect from the guy when Jeff Petrie is giving away the puck like that? Or when Marner is getting the time in the slot to actually think about it, fake the shot, and then give the pass to Marleau. He did that all really quick, but you gotta get on a guy like that really fast. So as much as I'm giving a shout out to guys like Mete and Riley, other defensemen like Jordy Ben are just not going to cut it. So that's kind of my spiel about tonight's game. I'm going to quickly look at the live chat. Robbie says, can't wait for the new season. Von Hook says, thoughts on Elias Pettersson. I think Elias Pettersson right now is lined up to be a top 5 candidate for the Calder Trophy. I think he's just looking ridiculous. In the World Juniors, he was one of the standouts. You just look at his tapes in terms of pre-draft when he got drafted. I think it's just a guy that he's going to be on the second line for Vancouver, quite likely with the Sedin's gone. I think the top line, if Vancouver's smart, will consist of Horvat, obviously Besser, and either Dahlin or Barchi or whatever you want to include. But then the second line, if you want to get the guy going, I think he's definitely a candidate for Calder. You want to slot him in the second line with a couple good players. We'll see what they do, but I think Elias Pettersson for Von Hook, you asking that question, has got a really bright future. So thank you guys for joining me. Obviously, I didn't get the 1230 subscribers that I wanted. Watch after this video is done, and then half an hour later, someone's going to rewatch this video and then subscribe or something. But thank you guys. We're going to consistently go up on this channel now. Starting back with the season, we're going to keep growing. So thank you guys so much. Please subscribe to the channel if you're here and you haven't. Like the video. And obviously comment whatever you want to comment. I'll keep saying the same thing. I'll keep stressing the same thing. Whether I'm doing bad or someone's doing bad on the channel or you want to see improvements or we're doing good or you just want to ask questions, whatever. But thank you guys and I appreciate it. So that's about it. I'll see you probably tomorrow or the day after, but tomorrow a video will 99% be released. I might actually start working on it tonight. We'll see. Got some other stuff to do, but thanks for joining me. Any last things? That's it. All right. Peace out, guys.